If you have good hygiene and you are very critical about hygiene, you don't get those infections. You get 100%. You put in 200, you expect 900,000. JB International Training and Resource Center. In this show, I'm going to tell you about what JB does and how it started with me as an individual, as a woman, and later to my family, and later to the community. And here we are, since 1992, down the road to date. Yeah, my name's Jessica Choshabire Bitwire. I hail from Rukunjiri. I now stay in Garuga. Here at JB, we train women in mushroom growing. There are many others actually in commercial agriculture, but we are now focusing on mushroom growing because everybody liked it, because of its nature as a project, of its benefits, both health-wise and income-wise. You don't need to have a lot of land. The reason why people are coming to mushrooms, especially women who don't have access to big land, you only need rooms. One room is even enough. You can bisect it and have the dark room and the fruiting room for mushrooms. Just like 7 by 10 meters. You are done and you start on mushroom. Me, I started in a garage, but now you can see the houses which I now have for mushrooms. Yes, and it has improved my life, my health, my income. When I begin talking about it, I always say I'm a live testimony of mushrooms, me and my family, and people we have trained as an individual, me, Jessica, and then later on after registering JB International as JB International Training and Resource Center. Incidentally, this is very amazing. I didn't go for the training. I can say in layman's language, I just sneaked into somebody's business and just asked questions about mushroom growing, and then I got the information. I went and made notes myself. I tried 4 times failing, but I did not give up. On the 5th, by God's grace, mushrooms came out well. That was 1992, like in August. I started growing mushrooms up to today. I did not remain the same. And I'm always a testimony to those who knew me before, who have seen me move, who were like, why you go to mushroom? Of all things, will you make it? Is there a market? But now they're like, you were a wise woman. Because life-wise, health-wise, I'm different and super. What we did as JB International, we first ventured into market research. We have a market that we have failed to sustain. We need so many outgrowers to join us, come for the training. Then we buy their products. All the mushrooms grown, we buy them, and then we take them, we also sell them. We are still waiting to see when we shall have enough outgrowers to have enough mushrooms to supply the market that we have. Yeah, viewers out there are asking, do mushrooms have types? Yes, they do. There are so many types. One, we have oyster, which is brown, oyster cream, and oyster white. That is oyster. We have button with a round shape. We have gonadama, very medicinal specifically. Then we have cremini, shiitake. All those are types of mushrooms. And in Uganda, I repeat that one, in Uganda, our climate favors oyster type. And it is what we are doing. And it is what we are training people on. In this talk show, let us talk about the oyster mushroom growing. So what do we need in order to have the oyster mushroom project? Number one, you just need 2 rooms. Those 2 rooms, one is a dark room or incubation room, and another one is a growing room. And for the incubation room, you can have a 3 meter by 3 meter is enough. Then for growing, to start with, if you want to be commercial, it can be like 7 meters by 10 meters. You can start from there. Then you expand, like you can see here. And when I actually visited some places, I improved the place. You can see you have your flowers around, you know, you can once in a while have your coffee in the gardens around your farm, and you are happy enjoying the environment. Yes. So after that, you need seeds, mushroom spawns. You need substrates, which are cotton husks or sorghum husks. You need approximately, to begin with, in a small way, get 200,000. It will be enough capital to start, and you keep reinvesting, except you will need some training fee. Of course, when you come to JB International, no training fee is subsidized, and you are good to go. After getting the knowledge, the rest, even if you are renting, you can put a small shelter in the compound, even in the along the veranda, and you start the project. Let me tell the farmers to come out of fear and compare notes, and then do the proper decision making. As you can see, all these were poultry houses. You can see, I left. If you invest 200,000 in poultry and another person invests 200 in mushroom, mushroom has a multiplier effect of 3. And because it is indoors, it is not affected by any climate change. 2, it is not very easy to lose. Like in poultry, a disease might come and clear all. But with mushrooms, even if it gets infection, you are able to rectify it. You are able to clean. You can lose out, like, let's say if you have 30 gardens, you can lose out like 3 or 2. Or even if there are 5. And you don't actually even lose them, because the whole thing is about hygiene. If you have good hygiene and you are very critical about hygiene, you don't get those infections. You get 100%. You put in 200, you expect 900,000. Period. There is nothing like losing. The effects are only observation of hygiene. That's why you see around here, I have put stones to make sure that even when it rains, there is no mud around my farm. Substrates, we have so many different types. We have cotton husks. So far, if you are to go commercial, that is the leading substrate that yields much more than the rest, followed by sorghum substrate. Then we have rice husks. You can use coffee husks. We can use sawdust. But of recent, I did research. I found out that some trees are poisonous. So as you take that substrate of sawdust, that poison now poisons the mushrooms and brings infection into the mushrooms. And some people begin saying, oh, that is the spawn, that is the seed, or maybe the gardens were not well made, but when they are actually from there. So cotton husks are the best, followed by sorghum, then bean husks, coffee husks, rice husks, like that. Those are the types of substrates. Of recent, even we are cutting there is some grass, which is supposed to be, which you can plant, like the this grass for, it is like this pasture for goats and cows. Then you cut it, dry it, and then you make like hay. You grind it now, it becomes like powder, and then you use it. So as we move on, we keep discovering a few things. Formerly, people were like, we use only sorghum husks. But with the time, we found cotton can work, coffee husks can work, name it, and it has done it. So we keep on doing research to improve on our project and improve on the seeds and name it. Someone actually one time asked and said, are the mushrooms grown by poor people, or is the mushroom project only for poor people? No. Viewers out there, it is not for poor people. It is actually for rich people in mind, because you have to keep on doing discovery, research, name it. Mushrooms, it's a matter of passion. That's the most important thing. As long as you have passion, once you begin, you can't go wrong. I want to tell every woman, actually the target of JB is to train every woman in every home in Uganda. And in that, you, the minister, you, the MP in your backyard at home there, put a mushroom project. Number one, you will have created jobs for people around you, for your children, because this is a project for educated people as well, as long as you get training, especially from JB International. Two, you will have lived an exemplary life as a leader, because if you are producing mushrooms and your children have done it, and the neighbors have got employment, yeah, why can't people love you? Because that is development. That's why what we want. That's why we put you in parliament. That's why you are elected LC5. That's why you are an administrator somewhere. And everyone can do the mushroom growing, despite the location of where you are. Whether you are in a bungalow, whether you are in an apartment, or you are even in rentals. You will reach us for the trainings, for visitation, support and supervision. For now, let us end there. We shall meet again in another episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.